Hi everyone, I'm Proprietorship from Vakil Search and it gives me immense pleasure to speak in front of such passionate and young entrepreneurs. So being a part of Vakil Search, the main objective of Vakil Search is to make legal simple and cost effective for each one of us so that we can kickstart our dream project as soon as possible. Now, if we focus on the startup journey, we find there are many hurdles, many challenges. Now we have to look for a person or a company which can really resolve this. So Vakil Search is here. We can definitely do it for you. Now let's see what are the startup challenges are faced during a startup journey. The first and the foremost challenge is starting up of a company or setting up of a business. Now let's find out what are the ways how we can set up a business. What are the various forms available? So friends, I'll tell you, in India we have multiple choices to start a company. We can begin it as a private limited company where you really require 2 directors with 1 lakh of authorized capital and you can start anywhere in India. Second is OPC, that is one person company, which is a new concept under the Companies Act 2013, in which if you are a single person, you want to start a company, you can definitely start and your liabilities are very limited. Now third comes a proprietorship. Proprietorship, today if you want to begin a store, start a boutique and you are planning to capture the local market, in that case you can definitely go for a proprietorship. In this, a single person can form a firm. Now next comes this partnership. Today you have 4-5 friends, you want to start a firm, in that case you can just get a partnership deed drafted, get it registered and start your partnership firm. The last but not the least is limited liability partnership, which is better known as LLP. This is, in this case, the best part is your liability is limited to the capital. So now, as your business is set up, so what is the next step? The next step is predicting your business idea, which is really important because your idea is always precious and you don't want that somebody else should steal it. So in that case, what we can do? We can definitely go for an intellectual property protection. Now let me tell you what exactly it is. Under intellectual property protection, we have three things. One is patent, second one is copyright and third one is trademark. Now let's understand the difference between a patent, copyright and a trademark. Say example, today you have come up with a mechanical product which is novel and unique. So you can go for a patent filing. Today you have an idea which is very new and or say you start an e-commerce company where you want to protect the content. In that case, you can go for a copyright. So there is a difference between patent and a copyright, that is, in case of patent, it's always physical products, but in the case of copyright, it's always the ideas. Now coming on to the trademark. Today you have come up with a brand name which is unique and which can have a market attention and you can easily capture the market with that. So what I would suggest you that you should definitely go for a trademark, protect it as soon as possible because in recent past there were some startups who have faced lots of difficulties just because their ideas were not protected. They were easily taken off by other people. So now the business is set up, idea is protected, what next? Let's talk about taxation, which is really an ongoing activity and you have to comply with it in any case. Being an Indian citizen, it's our liability to pay back the taxes to the government. So let me speak about the two type of taxes which a startup has to comply with. One is service tax and another one is sales tax. So depending upon the nature of business, like for example, if you are into a service industry, you need to pay service tax because you collect it from your customers. So it's your liability to pay it back to the government. So in that case, you pay it in the form of service tax. Today you have started an e-commerce company where you are selling products. So in that case, you will be paying sales tax to the government. Let me tell you one thing. The sales tax and service tax differs from state to state. It varies even from region to region. In order to pay your sales tax and service tax, you need to get it registered with the government. Now, as the business is set up, idea is protected, taxation is done, then what is left? The last but not the least is legal documentation. Now let's talk about a NDA, which is non-disclosure agreement. So as a startup, you may have many confidential things which you may not reveal it to outsiders. So in that case, if you have an NDA in place, that is non-disclosure agreement, you can keep your trade secret confidential. You can have this NDA with your employees, you can have it with your vendors or anybody to whom you are outsourcing the work. This will definitely help you and protect your business as well. Now the last agreement is vendors agreement. Apart from your relationship with your customers, you have a relationship with your vendors. So in that case, you should have a proper vendor agreement in place in order to avoid any kind of hassles with your vendors. Once you have covered all these, you are set to fly. Thanks a lot for your attention. I would like to end my discussion with a heartfelt appreciation to the young budding entrepreneurs. So stand tall and live your dreams. Thank you.